ladies, I am here tonight on the show. So here to talk about Mr. Joe Madden getting fired by the fucking Los Angeles Anaheim Angels. 12 games losing streak. They got lost last night again to Boston 1-0. I don't know how that happened to this team. Mike Trout was like 0 for 25 at one point. This team just went completely cold. They can't fucking buy a win. It's been like almost 2 weeks since the last time they won a ball game. They were like competing the first few months of the season with the Astros for that first place in the AL West, but completely have fallen on hard times the last few weeks. And today they made the decision to fire manager Joe Madden. Joe Madden, to me, man, I think he tricked everybody, right? With his first few years in Tampa Bay Rays, and they thought he was a genius. But then he goes to the Cubs, and Kevin Cash gets hired by Tampa. They continue to win. It's been about, like 7 years now since John Madden's been gone from Tampa Bay Rays, and Tampa Bays are still winning, still going to the playoffs. We're just in a World Series a few years ago. Joe Madden, he gets that Cubs job, and they win the world champion right away. But a lot of it was because that team was full of talent with Anthony Rizzo, Chris Bryant, Javier Baez, John Lester, Jake Arrieta, Aroldis Chapman, and all those guys were in their prime, right? They were in their prime. But ever since the last few years, they started losing those guys. Even before that, they just stopped winning. Maybe some of it was the ownership. They didn't commit to continue to spend, especially on pitching, whatever it was. But he started falling off with the Cubs slowly, and he ended up getting fired by the Cubs. Then obviously the Cubs last year decided to trade everybody and restart all over, rebuild it. But he gets hired by the Angels. And a lot of talent, especially offensively, man. And even defensively now with the pitching, you got guys like Hashani Atani and Noah Syndergaard, and still can't win games. Man, I believe Noah Syndergaard pitched last night. Like I said, only giving up 1 run, 1-0, and it's still not enough. Offense is cold, and this offense is stacked, man. You got fucking Mike Trout, Shahani Atani, Anthony Rizzo, and they still can't get nothing going. Joe Madden, he might be done, man. I think maybe he was not as good as advertised. He definitely the race, man. The I don't know, the scouts, maybe the coaches they have in the minor leagues. They do a good job of drafting and developing players for him throughout the years. And then the Cubs, he got lucky. He had a bunch of talent those first 2 years, but then once that talent started getting older and started leaving in free agency, he started sucking with the Cubs, got fired, and now here with the Angels again. Maybe a little bit, the pitch hasn't been that great, but this year, he at least had some horses in Noah Syndergaard and Shahani Atani in the pitching rotation. And like I said, a stacked offense led by Trout, Shahani Atani, and Anthony Rendon, and still can't win games. Lost 12 in a row. Can't fucking score a run last night. I don't know. John Madden, man, I think he was overrated, man. I really think he's gotten fired from his last 2 jobs in like less than 5 years. While the first job, the Tampa Bay Rays are still winning. They're still making playoffs. They just made a World Series. Mr. Joe Madden, you lied to us, dog. You're not as good as advertised. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. But the Angels, second team. Last week, Joe Girardi getting fired in Philadelphia. This week, John Madden getting fired in Los Angeles, Anaheim. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, that's all I have to say. All I want to say is, I thank you for watching.